today. Really appreciate you our time to join our session today. Fantastic. I'm excited. I won't lie to you. I'm absolutely excited for today's session. And I want you guys, I hope you guys are excited also. Give me a thumbs up if you're excited. Let me see if you guys are excited to be here today. Fantastic. All right. Not raise up your hand. I just say thumbs up. Okay. So you see there's a reaction button there for you to give thumbs. Okay, fantastic. I love this. But I love the energy. I love the energy, the enthusiasm, everything. I'm absolutely all for it. Okay, so I'm actually very excited to be here today, and we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic today, which is the fastest way to learn an internship as a data professional. Okay, so now how many of us want to? How many of us are looking for internship position or internship experience in order for us to get a job? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see. Okay, quite a number of people. And we have a superstar in the house today. We have Daniel with us today, but I'll be bringing up Daniel in a few minutes. Okay, just for us before we start. Okay, fantastic. I can see everybody's excited about strategies do you want to deploy today in order for you to get a job as a data professional. It's going to be very practical. Okay, it's going to be practical. It's going to be straightforward. Actionable steps that you can actually start to take today in order for you to get a job, or an internship placement with as a data professional. Okay, so without wasting too much time, I mean, we want to go straight to the point and eat the nail on the head. So I just want to know also, I want you also to use the chat this time around. Is this the first time you're hearing of Amdari? Put a one in the chat, just number one. If this is the first time hearing of Amdari, I want you guys to put a one in the chat. Number one, number. All right, quite a huge number of people. This is the first time of you hearing Amdari. That's interesting. Okay, that's good. It's good to have you here on board. We have a special space. We have a special package, a special place for you, beginners, first timers. So if you look to the left of your screen, the top left aspect of your screen, you would see Omowumi there. She's waving at you. All right. All you need to do is follow her. She'll take you to a place that we have set aside for you. So you're welcome. You're welcome to be there. I'm just messing around. But it's good to have you guys here on board. Anyways, it's good to have you on board, and we are excited to have you here. And if this is your first time, we're going to be talking about what we do at Amdari before we kickstart the session. So you are aware, that you are in the right place. Do you understand that you are in the right place? So what are we going to be doing today? Going straight to the point. Number one, we're going to talk about Amdari for the beginners that are just joining us for the first time, that have never seen or heard of what we do here at Amdari. You will get to know more about us. Number two, we go straight to the point, which is the fastest way to learn an internship as a data professional. Okay. Number three, building data projects using Amdari. So we'll show you practically how you can start to build data projects. Now, I'm not talking about projects that are very generic, not like the Titanic data sets that everybody has overused, not like the Nestle products, data that everybody has used, Superstore data sets. All these data that have been overused. Even recruiter gets to see another project like that, it's overused already. So it doesn't show any form of uniqueness or any form of experience. Okay, it feels like you just copied it from somewhere else and you use it as yours. So how do you build real world projects? Okay, leveraging real life examples, real life projects, real life experiences in order to make it your own. We're going to be talking about how Amdari stands out on that also. And last but not the least, we have a special offer for you if you wait till the end of the session. A special offer for you. Okay. Now, what do we do here at Amdari? Okay, so Amdari is so I'm a data professional. I've been doing data analytics, data science, and engineering for the last over 10 years now, over a decade now of my experience has been cutting across data analytics, data science, and data engineering. But you see, getting started is usually very challenging. Very challenging. I'm sure one or two, or if not majority of us, are in this situation at the moment, whereby you're looking to build yourself. You've learned Excel, you've learned Power BI, you've learned Python, you've learned different technologies. But the problem here is if a new project is given to you or a new data set is given to you, you really don't know what to do. How many of us are in that situation at the moment, whereby you have learned Excel, for example, but if they give you another data set, another scenario, you kind of get lost. Okay, you get lost, and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to approach the problem, you don't know how to analyze the problem, you don't know how to generate your insights. These are the things, major common problems that we get. Okay, and I've been there before, 100%. Okay, so I'll tell you categorically, how this platform, Amdari, is solving that problem. So what we did, and I'll tell you exactly the structure of how we worked it out. So what we did is we brought in data professional that have experience in data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So what we did was to convert their real life experience into projects. So the projects that you find on Amdari, you won't find it anywhere, like literally anywhere. You won't find them anywhere. Now, this is not just you giving you the project to say that go and work on the project. Like when you go on Kaggle to go and research, go and get data set from Kaggle or data.gov or any other platform on Google and all that. You just go on Google to look for data sets to work on. It's not that kind of project. Okay, these are well-structured projects that has been gotten from real life people, okay, real life experiences, and they've been constructed in a way for you to use as your own personal experience. So I'll show you through, I'll walk you through the platform anyways. So these are real life experiences, okay, of data professionals that have been reconstructed for your learning purposes. So rather than you going again to learn how to use Excel or learn how to use Power BI, why don't you use Power BI to solve a critical business problem? Okay, so from supply chain to logistics to healthcare to manufacturing, you're working on different projects. So the more projects that you work on, the more you experience. Okay, so it's not about learning how to use VLOOKUP. It's using VLOOKUP to solve some business problem. Do you understand? And that's what recruiters are looking out for. They're not looking for, oh, do you know how to use Excel? Oh, yes, I know how to use Excel. But have you used Excel to solve a problem before? And that's where a lot of people lose out. And that's what Amdara is coming in. So we're giving you experience through real life projects. And I'm going to walk you through the platform in a few seconds, okay? So my name is Ifemena Ipro. Like I said, I have over a decade experience working across data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So that has been my experience all through the years. And currently, I work as a data science contractor here in Canada, but I work for businesses in the UK and also in the US. So I've been working remotely I was confidently over 4 years now, okay, since COVID-19, over 4 years, almost 5 years now. That's true, 2019, okay? So, and that's been my experience all through the way. So I've covered several aspects within the data ecosystem. And one critical thing was, or one thing that led us to starting Amdari was that particular problem. Okay, a lot of people reach out to myself and say that, oh, if I want to work on a project, I want to work for free. A lot of people just want to create a job to work on projects and work out for free. Do you understand? Like that's how people have been looking out for that experience. How do I gain experience? How do I build my experience? And we decided on that and said, you know what, let's build a platform to help more people gain experience in data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So we're likely going to be expanding in the future, but we are starting with data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So at the moment, the platform Amdari, we have over 200 projects cutting across these critical areas. Okay. And I think there's nothing else for me to talk about. Let me show you the platform Amdari, and then I'll call on Daniel to come up aboard to talk about how you can get started. Okay. So all you need to do is just go to your browser. Okay, literally go to your browser and type in www.amdari.io. Okay. Okay, .io. So just go to it is www.amdari.io. Okay, so you see, gain work experience by working on real world projects. So this is not any, like I'll repeat myself again, this is not any project that you find on any website or any platform or anywhere. Do you understand? You won't get this anywhere. This is unique, generated experiences converted into projects for you personally to work on. Okay, so like I mentioned, you can get data sets, skill level. There's a skill tracker. So if you data science, you want to work on data science project, data analytics project, or data engineering projects. Okay, technologies, we have Excel to Power BI to Tableau, Looker, SQL, Python, R, Google Sheets, AWS, Azure, GCP, cloud experience to programming experience to visualization experiences to all that. So essentially, you go to the platform and you gain access to all this. So let me just show you some of the projects that you can get to work on. Let me just show you some of the projects that we have currently on the platform. So you see all projects, you have data science, data analytics, and data engineering projects. So the key thing here that I want you guys to understand is if you are currently, you've learned data analytics, you've learned Excel, you've learned Power BI, and you are finding it very difficult to get a job, okay? And that's because majority of the jobs you're going to be applying to require you to have experience, 2 to 3 years experience. Now, let me tell you the truth, because I currently do a lot of recruitment for companies in Canada and also in the UK. When we say 2 to 3 years experience, we don't mean that you need to have worked, okay? We don't mean that you need to have worked in an actual organization for 2 to 3 years to gain that experience. So we're looking for people that have 2 to 3 years experience. There's an expectation that we have from you, okay? So if you say you'll be using Excel or Power BI for 2 to 3 years, there are some questions I would ask you during the interview that I will use to assess if you have experience or you don't have experience. Okay, so when we say 5 years of experience or 5 to 10 years of experience, we're looking at more than just using the analytical tools. Rather than being told what to do, you're able to initiate some, data transformation within the organization that you worked in. So when you see those 2 to 3 years experience, okay, it just basically means proficiency in using that tool or technology, and you've used it to solve maybe 2 to 3 more, you've done some projects or you've done some things within the space itself, and that's something you need to have at the back of your mind, okay? So if you're looking at, let's say, data analytics projects, currently we have well over 80 projects in data analytics, same thing in data science, same thing in data engineering, and every month we furnish it with new projects onto the platform. So you see this now, you have from distribution network analysis. So if you're looking to work within the energy domain, okay, as a data analyst, and they're looking for somebody that has 2 to 3 years of experience in the energy domain, come to the platform and come and start working on projects and data in the energy sector. So you have energy market resilience metrics, you have in-mail voting analysis, you have tenant retention optimization. So real estate also, real estate experience, telecommunication experience, you have customer satisfaction using supply chain with SQL, so data-driven excellence in fulfillment, so from logistics to supply chain. So we cover a whole lot of domain within data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So I'm not going to waste any more time because I want the speaker to come in now to come and speak. So I'll just show you the platform real quick and some benefits of you using the platform. So take, for example, I go to, I'm just going to speak at any project really. So let me just speak the first one, distribution network analysis. So distribution network analysis, there is a business problem, okay, that is clearly stated. There is the problem and the overview, okay, which you have your business problem and overview. You have the rationale of the project, okay, you have the aim of the project, and you have data that you're going to be working with, okay. So given this business scenario, given this particular this business problem that you have going on at the moment, how do you create a solution to the problem? It's as simple as that, okay. So I'll click on start now just to show you that it is guided. Nobody's expecting you to know this. Nobody's expecting you to be able to do this by yourself, okay. So what we have done is to provide guide to help you analyze the data, provide you with step-by-step approach that you need to take in order for you to get to insight and your recommendation. So the reason why we are doing this is simple, okay. Even if you get a job, when you get a job to work as a data professional, you will likely follow that same sequence, okay. The more you do it, okay, the better you become. So the more projects you work on in Power BI, the better you become better. The more projects you work on in SQL, the better you become, so on and so forth. So you see this, you start from, it's all guided project. So I'm just going to start from any video, click on any video, and I'll show you essentially how well guided it is. So this is an EDA bivariate analysis part 3. Just going to fast forward it so you see exactly what you're going to be working on. So it's well guided. This is Jennifer. Jennifer is a world experienced professional within the data ecosystem, and she's guiding you on the project. So she's working on the project as herself, and she's working, and you also will be replicating the same thing. So as she's doing it, you're also learning the same thing. So she's using Joe Pandas for distribution network analysis. So energy, if you look at anyway, when you work on the project, you understand it better. So I don't want to take too much time explaining project essentially. So these are projects you work on. So like I said, you have projects in Power BI. So for tools, let's say Power BI. All right. So sorry, technology. Okay. So even looking at tools in different aspects of the tools that you get to work in, you get to work on different tools, Power BI to Excel to so on and so forth. So this is a Power BI project. So I'm going to show you just exactly what you're going to be working on. So if I show you this, I'm just going to take it to the end so you can see exactly what you're going to do. So all the projects are guided. Okay, so literally hold your hands and guide you through understanding the business problem and understanding how to create a solution to the business problem. Now, the moment you do that, it becomes your own experience. Okay, and as you're working on project, by as you're working on the project, you can easily create your own online portfolio. Okay, so the one that you have to go and create another portfolio on GitHub or create another web portfolio, you don't need to do that anymore. Okay, as you're working on projects on the platform, you can easily create your own portfolio of projects that you've worked on. So if you see here, you have portfolio, okay, and here is your portfolio. So this is my own account, and you see the project I have worked on. So I've worked on the campaign metrics, product campaign metrics, comparing marketing campaign against competitors. I've worked on this data engineering project, which is using Kafka, Spark, and MongoDB. Computer vision projects. You see all the projects I've worked on here, okay? And there's a little work experience also that I have down here. So this is my own portfolio. As I'm working on the project and I'm updating it, okay, my portfolio is being built automatically. So the stress of you creating a portfolio by yourself, okay, thinking of what to write, thinking of the insight to write, thinking of all those things, everything has been handled by Amdari, okay? So you're really you're just working on projects to learn. The key thing is for you to learn and not focus on you spending time documenting and reviewing and all that. Okay. The good thing also is once you click on copy the link, you can actually copy the link or you can share the link, put it on your CV and all that. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what you see, what the recruiter will see when they click on your profile. So I'm going to open another browser. Okay. So this is another browser, and I'll just paste the link. So you see it here, www.amdari.io profile Ifemina ePro. That's my own profile. So once I send this to somebody or somebody clicks on it on my CV, this is exactly what they see. Okay, just give me a second. So you see it here, co-founder Amdari, about section, about myself, and they see the project itself. Okay, so if you click on any of the projects, for example, you click on any of the projects, it creates created by itself automatically when you're working on project. After you completed the project, all this is created by itself. So the overview of the project, the rationale of the project, the aim of the project, the data description that you worked on, the tech stack, and the project scope. Okay, so the tools are also auto-filled by itself. The files that you worked on, obviously you need to upload the files that you worked on. That's the only work that you need to do. And images from the projects that you worked on. That's exactly where this comes in. And that's the same thing that happens to all the projects that you worked on. So we are building a platform that allows you to work on projects rather than documenting and keeping all the things that you need to do. Okay, that's exactly what we are talking about. All right. So all you need to do is just create a platform, create an account, and get started. Like literally, that's all. That's literally the major thing. Start now. So on the platform, all you need to do, go to www.amdari.io and get started. It's as simple and as quick as that. Okay. So, anyways, I will come back later. Either myself or Omowumi is going to come back later to talk to you more about the special offer that we have for you and some of the other activities that we're going to be having this month, so that you can be a part of us and you can build yourself and get started within the data ecosystem. If you're excited about this, please give me a thumbs up if you're excited about this particular platform, if you're excited about the platform. Fantastic. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, you guys are absolutely awesome. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to be bringing on Daniel. Okay, so Daniel, do you want to just turn on your video so I can spotlight you for everybody? Daniel is a well-experienced professional in the space. Okay, so you also will be excited to listen to Daniel today. Yes. So Daniel, yes, go ahead, please. How are you? How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. How you doing? Hi, hello everybody. Good evening.
Good evening. It's good to have you here. So I think you're good to go. So I can just,
Yeah, I am good to go actually.
all
I'm
right. It's
good.
good to have you here.
Thank you very much. Literally, FMN has said a lot of things already, and I'm just going to just follow through what they said. I prepared a slide. It was like as if he was just reading from the presentation. Um, my name is Daniel. As you said, yeah, working. I started my career in data science generally. And when I say data science, I think I want to. I think I should just highlight it for this. When I say data science, generally, I'm talking about the entire scope of data, not just data science as we call it. I know people like to separate data science, data analytics, data engineering. So I would let you know when I'm separating it. But when I say data science, I mean the entire field of data. I started my career in data science in 2016. I've worked for different companies. I've worked for big companies, startups, I currently also run a startup. I contract, like I said. I spent most of my career in FIs, that's financial institutions. So started my career in insurance, started my career in consulting, then went to insurance, then went to fintech, then I worked for the UK government, then another fintech to be fair. So yeah, I started my career in FI. Um, Also, I stay beside the train line, so just forgive me if the train passes. That's that. So I'll quickly go into it. I want to assume a lot of us here are, at least, I mean, there's going to be a variety of experienced people here. So we might have very experienced data professionals, entry level professionals, and people in the middle section. So that's probably say intermediate. Forgive me if I kind of might sound a little bit generic at the beginning before going into specifics. I want to be able to carry everybody along. So I'll share my screen right now. Please let me know if you can see my screen. So I'm just going to do this. Okay. Can you guys see my screen, please? Uh,
Yeah, we
and
can see the slide here. Okay.
okay. So you can see the slide view. That's okay.
No, that's the presentation. That's the still the PPT, not the presentation
Oh,
itself.
okay. 1 second. I just need to probably. Mm, mm,
Perfect. Okay.
Can you guys see it now?
It's come back to the PPT, but
It's gonna,
it was on.
it was on. Okay, so I think
Like,
this should be it now. I suppose.
yes, perfect.
Cool, cool.
But it's smaller though. Like it's okay. It's big enough. Good to go.
All right. 1 second. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Is this okay? The infinity. All right. Cool. I'll
Yeah,
just dive right
yeah,
into
good,
it.
good to go. Yeah.
Yep. 1 second. All right. Today we're speaking about the fastest way to land an internship as a data professional. It's basically a comprehensive guide as to building a portfolio, developing skills, and securing opportunities. Literally, so I'm going to try to make it as practical as possible, and I'll try to make it as practical as possible and share my experiences. Like I said, I have been in the field for 10 years. I would probably run through, and I think it's important for me to run through some fundamentals, so you leave the session a little bit better informed, and then you're making a better decision as to where you want to end up in. Because here we're talking about the different aspect of data science and what field it particularly want to go into. So sorry, I can't when people raise up their hand, so I can't see that. So I might need a femina to kind of help me with that because I'm sharing my screen and also so it's covering my entire screen. Having said that, I'll just go to the next. All right. Data science. I'm going to be as basic as possible. Data science is what's getting information, insights, patterns from structured, unstructured data. Now, the entire process from getting information from the messy data, that entire process. So from start to finish is what we call data science. I could probably break it into 4 different parts, which is what I did here. And I want to believe the slides will be shared after, so you just go through it. So I wouldn't want to like waste time on this section of the because we're focusing more on how to get an internship, not data science as well. So collection, preparation, analysis, exploration, modeling and machine learning, communication and decision. And why am I saying this? Because these 4 different segments kind of help streamline the different roles in data science. And I'll tell you this, I've been in some recruitment panels and some interview panels, and a lot of times people do not exactly know what they are looking for in the data field. And we have people that they apply for BI roles, and that's the business intelligence roles, and then they're literally spending all of their time telling me that data scientists or people that are and or people that apply for data science roles, data scientist roles, let me be specific, and then they're spending all of that time telling me they're data analysts. So that's I'm trying to break everything down into different segments, and so you understand really. So now we have people, we have the collection and preparation, but this is where you gather the raw data, clean it, transform then make it ready for analysis. This is where you deal with the outliers, missing values, data quality. Then we have the EDAs, analysis and explanatory, different statistical techniques, visualization. Basically, that's where we have the Power BI gurus, right? Now, for the collection and preparation, most tools, probably Pandas, Excel, some element of Power BI, to be fair, depending on how good you are. Then the analysis of expression is where you do more of matplotlib, the Seaborn, the Power BI, Tableau. The modeling and machine learning is where you do more of the prediction, the predictive analysis. That's where you use more Python and R. Then communication and decision making basically is now all of these findings you've gotten, communicating it to the end user, which is also equally as important. Good. So I'll go to the next bit. Now, to be very honest, I like to put data science into 3 different elements. And now, like I said, I'm speaking on the entire data field, right? So we have the mathematics part, the programming part, and I probably should change the word from programming to the technical parts, right? So you don't have to always code. Sorry, you don't have to always code. So the programming, just ignore program and put it for technical. Then we have the mathematics where you're probably thinking about things like statistics, probabilities, which is the foundation of many data science concepts. Now, I will tell you why I said so. We might think the basic maths and statistics is not so important. And I'm not saying, oh, calculus or advanced algebra, but then the foundational statistics and probability is very important because one of the questions that a lot of people that I've asked several, and I have been asked, and that I would ask in an interview is tell me when I should use median or when I should use mean. Now that answer has nothing to do with technical skills or domain expertise. It's a purely statistical question. Now that's why I said like the basic statistics and mathematics, you need to learn it, not the advanced, but the basic ones. Now the technical experience has to be there, then the domain expertise. I will dive right into this at the end of the section, why it is relevant and how it comes into play. So I won't really go into this right now. Now, different fields and application of data science. This is just some of them: healthcare, finance, retail, marketing, sports, manufacturing. Like Femina said at the beginning. Particularly for me, I spent most of my time in the finance sector. I've worked in retail marketing. I've also worked in some bit of sports. I haven't worked in healthcare. So we have people that have worked in all field. We have people that are specialists, and you will see as we go on that the application of tools or data science concepts is kind of, there's a general bit of it, but it's also tied to different industries or different scope, which is very important, and you need to take note of this as well. Okay, now this is the way, this is where I want to draw the distinction. Careers in data science. Now, this is, I would say, the major ones. We have over 50 different careers in data science, but I want to put most of it under this umbrella, and like the major ones under this umbrella. Now we have data analyst, which is possibly the most common, and people believe to be the easiest, which is not true, by the way. The most common field in data science. Basically, what you're doing is analyzing data to extract actionable insight and support decision making. So you have a chunk of data that makes no sense. What you're trying to do there is make the data make sense. So what you're doing is cleaning the data. You're going to spend most of your time cleaning, spend most of the time building dashboards, and that is why the SQL is where the data, obviously, SQL is where your data is saved, so you must understand SQL. And I wrote the tools that is needed for every single bit underneath it. So SQL is where, I mean, obviously, the data is a database management system. Now, as a data analyst, you need SQL, you need Microsoft Excel, you need Python, and you need data visualization tools. Now, what do I mean by data visualization tools? We have Power BI, which is one of the most common. We have Tableau, we have oh, I'm trying to remember, we have Looker, yeah, and we also have Matplotlib. Now, the amount of Python you would need as a data analyst is different from the amount of Python that you need as a data scientist, as a data engineer, as an ML engineer as well. So if you're looking to go into data science, sorry, data analysis, or be a data analyst, by the way, I would advise that you start with your SQL, your data visualization tools, and Microsoft Excel. Then over time, you pick up Python. And I'll explain to you why I would ask you to pick up Python at the end of the session. So I'm pushing things backwards. So I just want to give you this opening bit so it kind of makes sense to you when I'm speaking about it at the end. Now, data scientists. I started my career as a data analyst, by the way. Then I moved to being I started my career as a data analyst, and I moved to being a BI analyst. That's a business intelligence analyst. And then I moved to being a data scientist. Now I work as a data scientist, an ML engineer, and an AI researcher. So I think personally I've worked across all three. All six. I probably don't have as much experience as a data engineer, by the way, but then I've done data engineering over time as well, because I've had to collaborate with other team members. Now, data scientists, this is the trickier part. You are going to basically use data to predict the likelihood of something or an event. So you are basically predicting outcomes and solving a little bit more complex problems. So think about, and I arranged it like this particularly because there's a pattern. If you go back to this slide, you can see the collection and preparation, analysis and exploration, model and machine learning, then communication and decision making. Now, follow this sequence to this sequence. The data analyst analyzes the data, prepares the data for me. So in a team where you have all 6 people, now this guy, which is the data analyst, prepares the data, gives it to the data scientists. Now, the data engineer also assists in the building of pipelines and infrastructure to ensure data flows effectively. So data engineer is probably going to be supporting data analyst and the data scientist to ensure that data runs seamlessly. So think about it like a pipe, and the water is the data. So it runs seamlessly for both parties to use. That's what data engineer basically does. Now for that, I'm probably going to be doing more of the SQL, Python, Apache Spark, cloud platforms, AWS, Azure, Databricks, and the likes. Now, ML engineer. So think about the data scientist. So data science, now not the entire field, but specifically data science. We have the research bits and we have the production bits. So the data scientists specializes more in the research bits, then ML engineers probably move stuff to production. So think about it like this: I have built it locally on my system, made a decision. Then the job as an ML engineer is to deploy it into cloud and production environments. Now, business intelligence analysts. Basically, it is combining a data analyst that can effectively communicate findings to stakeholders. So basically, you're using data that has been analyzed and cleaned to make and drive strategic decisions. A lot of companies use business intelligence, misuse or switch business intelligence analysts as switch them between business analysts and data analysts. And then we have AI researchers. These are people that do more of AIs than just the advanced bits. We have the ChatGPT, the OpenAI, So like these are the major fields right now. So we have other fields like data admins, exploration analysis. We have other fields, but these are the major ones. Now, it is important that you know what you want to do, what arm you want to do, and how. And so that helps you know what tools, how to prepare for interviews, how to apply for roles. It kind of helps you streamlines what you want to do. And I'll explain to you why it's important for you to know that decision later on as we go on. Now, I'll go into this, breaking into data field, into the field of data sciences for the fresh guys here. Like I said, it's important for you to have a strong foundation. I studied mathematics as my undergrad, so I might be speaking from a privileged perspective. I studied mathematics. I have a master's in statistics. I have a master's in data science as well. I have certain other certifications, but point is, I will tell you over time, I have had competitive advantages over other people because of my foundation in mathematics. Now, I will show you and I'll explain certain instances to you. Right? Now, there are certain manipulation techniques that you would understand or you would know because of your skills in mathematics that someone that does not have mathematics or statistical knowledge will struggle with. Now, you might understand how to use the technique, you might know how to write the code, you might know how to do dashboards, but if you don't understand what technique to use and the application, with your understanding of statistics and mathematics, you might struggle with it. And like I said, so the first thing to do is start with a strong foundation. Maybe it's your programming, your mathematics, your data manipulation. Now you have to practice regularly. And that's why Amdari is here. Amdari provides you with the tools and the resources you need for this practice. As you're practicing, you're obviously building your portfolio. So I cannot emphasize the effect of that. There is nothing there's nothing, or you can't get that far without practicing. There's nothing you want to achieve in data science that you must practice, because you run into problems, and guess what? The next time you run into that problem, because you've practiced it and because you've solved it, it is a lot easier. Now you have to network and collaborate. On my LinkedIn, most of people in my LinkedIn are data scientists. I'll say about half of everybody I have on LinkedIn are data scientists. Why? Because one, they can help you with information. That's one. They help you with the new trends. They help you with opportunities. So it's very important that you network through LinkedIn, through data science. We have Reddit data science forums. We have Stack Overflow. We have open source project on GitHub. We have meetup groups. So there's several data science community. Personally, I'm a member of Data Science of Nigeria. We have Data Science of the UK. Wherever you find yourself, it's better that you network and collaborate, because guess what? You cannot know all. So somebody, you can meet a new person that doesn't have as much experience or as much knowledge, but it tells you something that you're going to pick. So I cannot emphasize the need for networking and collaboration. Also, that leads you to staying updated. Now, I'll attend to questions later. I can see a lot of chats pop up, so I'll attend to questions later on. Now, network, staying updated. It is important that you follow blogs. Like Emifuna said, Amdari updates the project pack every month. So every time you see a new project, it's important that you go through it, get updated with latest trends, then like I said, apply the knowledge. Practice, practice, practice. You can get reward experience through internships, research assistantship, which is why we're here to show you how to get this freelance projects. And please, if we are tired of the Titanic project, the superstore, so we need more real life projects. We'll get into that now. What is the importance of a strong portfolio? To be honest, to be honest, in the world we live here now, there's so much, and I'll permit me to use this word, a lot of people bobo on their CV. I can sit here and tell you for 1 hour why you should employ me. I can sell houses in the cloud for you. But guess what? The only way you can truthfully prove to me, the only way you can truthfully prove to me that, oh yes, you are capable, is by your portfolio. So guess what? Somebody that has 15 solid projects in his portfolio will be more valuable than someone that has 2 masters in data science. I put it to you any day, anytime. I'm speaking from experience. I have 2 masters. But guess what? Whenever I switch roles, they want to know, what have you done? Show me what you've done. So simply put, your portfolio announces you and your skills to the world. Why it matters, like I said, it shows the ability to apply theoretical knowledge. So we don't want to know, we know you know the theory, we know you know your theory. How do you apply it into real world problems? Improve your skills, creativity, initiative, which recruiters value a lot. Now, like the portfolio, your portfolio is a tangible evidence. Like they will say, show workings. It's like you showing workings. So it's, I'm not listening, I can do it. I have actually done it. Now, when building your portfolio, like I said, the first thing you should, the first, and I think the first thing you should do is choose particularly what field you want to go into. That helps you pick, or that helps you build your portfolio. So you're not going to tell me you want to be a machine learning engineer and then all that is on your portfolio is just dashboard. I mean, it's not exactly balanced. So you need to pick, like I said, go back to this, what roles you want to do. And I think I can, after a second, I can spend a little bit more time explaining distinctively what all of these people do and how they come together. Now, back here, what to include. Obviously, I'll tell people I like for you to have a portfolio that's kind of all rounded. They should be specific, obviously, but then you should have an EDA. So I want to know how your ability to clean, organize, and visualize messy data sets. Obviously, you should include end-to-end projects. And when I mean end-to-end projects, I mean not just one chunk of the data analysis or data science steps, from the cleaning to the analysis to the models to the visualizations to the end results, end-to-end projects. Now, capstone projects. Those are highlight large-scale projects that simulate real-world data challenges. So don't give me Titanic. Give me. I want to see things that issues that we are really literally dealing with. Personally, the first project I had on my portfolio was just before the first time on Donald Trump, just before. I actually that was it was more of a Python project. I used Twitter. I built a sentiment analysis using tweets. So that's an example of a large scale real world data challenge. Now, collaborative projects also is important. And I tell people that if you can have one project on your portfolio that shows collaboration, because guess what? A lot of times you'll be working in teams. Recruiters want to understand how collaborative you are. I'll go to the next one, how to be, because of our time. You want to start small. Begin with simple data analysis and visualization projects. Don't go and jump the gun. So you want to try and you're solving a problem that has lasted for 50 years. Start small, build, pace yourself. Don't rush it. Use real world data. Because guess what? If you use synthetic data, a lot of times you will not face the challenges that you would face in real world when you are doing data science, when you're actually solving a problem. So that's the challenge with using synthetic data. A lot of times synthetic data are usually clean. There's not a lot of preparation and cleaning to do. But guess what? I put it to you. If you are fortunate or slash unfortunate to work in fintech, you work in healthcare, or you work with people, you work with, or you work in an industry that collects a lot of primary data. Take it from me. If your entire project takes you 10 hours, you will use 8 hours to clean the data. Take it from me. So that's how messy data is in real life. So please always use real data. Now, diverse projects. And this is specifically if you don't know what industry you want to go into. Do some in healthcare, do some in finance, do some in manufacturing. However, if you know what specifically, even that, okay, you know what, I want to spend the rest of my life in fintech, in finance, which I have chosen personally. I mean, at the beginning of my career, I obviously did diverse project as well. I did diverse projects as I began to specialize, that I now knew that, you know what, I should focus my energy on financial data. Now, like I said, for you, you want to do diverse projects, make technical business oriented project to show versatility. Because guess what? Recruiters love a versatile person. I mean, it's that there's a reason, and I would share that at the end of the class. Now, publish your work, obviously, like that's the entire thing of the portfolio, and that's why Andari also comes to place. I mean, for Andari, you're even very lucky because you don't have to build the entire website from the scratch. It gives you that already, it comes already published. So yes, and please, I would advise that you leverage this opportunity. Tools to use: programming languages. Um, if you're going for data science, by the way. Also, if you're not doing data science, even if you're doing data analysis, I will tell you why I think you should learn Python eventually. Now, libraries, and this is for the entire field, pandas, NumPy, and you should know, even if you're not going to be an expert, know the entire basics. Because guess what? Questions always come up. Employers want to know, okay, we are applying for a data analytic role, but we just want to test your knowledge in Python small, just small. Data visualization, guess what? You cannot run away from it. Either you run away from it on tab, if you run into it from it, there's no, in short, you cannot run away from it. Any field you've chosen, you will do visualization. Databases, that's obviously, what is data without a database? Database is essentially where you store data. So every field needs this. So you must show your ability, you must show the use of SQL and or I mean no SQL, but whatever SQL flavor you're using, you must show that in your you must show that in your portfolio. And Microsoft Excel. See, any day, anytime, the first tool I learned in my entire life, I'm looking as far back as 2010, 2009, was Microsoft Excel. Huh. No matter, I will advise, take time to learn Microsoft Excel. Even if you started already, right? If you started already, go back, take time, learn Microsoft Excel. Because, oh Lord, in short, I dare say that is the most powerful software I've ever used in my entire life and most versatile. So take time and study Microsoft Excel. For the CM, oh, I want to start with Power BI. I want to go advanced. I want to start it. But CM, take time to study Microsoft Excel. Because guess what? A lot of times, I will tell you guys a trick. If you know Excel, you can do most of your preparation and cleaning in Excel, then move to wherever you want to do your finalization or visualization or continue. So please take time to study Excel. You can say it's a standalone. I'm going to emphasize again, take time to study Excel. You want to be an ML person, you want to be a data scientist, you want to be a BI person, you want to be a data analyst, a data scientist, take time to study Excel. So yeah, I would just go to the next page. Now, the roadmap to building your portfolio, very straightforward. Choose your projects. Choose your projects. Focus on a mix of small and large projects to demonstrate versatility. Select reward data. Luckily you have Android that already has done this bit for you. Structure your projects. Now, you want to know what your problem is, what methodology you're looking for, what is the objective, and then the results. Every single project must have these four. Don't come and tell me you're just walking up and down. It's just like you say you want to leave your house and you don't know where you're going to. You are just wasting everybody's time, including your time. So always have a problem, methodology, objective, results. Organize your work. It makes sense. So you're not giving like so whenever but anybody goes to your portfolio, they know what they're looking for. They can see everything you're trying to do. It's just because guess what? A recruiter might be for a particular guy might be going through 50 portfolios. You want yours to just be as structured as possible. Host your project. I've said this before. You can use Amdara, you can use Git or there's WordPress, whatever you want to use. Also, get feedback from older people. And when I mean older people, I'm not talking about age, right? I'm talking about people that have more experience, people that have done this. Oh, Oga, Ross Novex, this is my portfolio. What do you think about it? What do you think I should add? And that's why you have people like MFM here. We have other people at we have senior people in Android that can actually help you with this. Also, keep it updated. At this time, CM, guess what? When I started data science in 20, I started in 20, I got my first job in 2016, but I started learning in 2014, 2013, actually. What was important to learn at the time? You know what is relevant at this time? I'll explain to you. There was a time that if you knew SPSS and SAS, you were a god, right? Not something keep it updated. Because not if you knew those two, you were a god. But over time, nobody really cared about that. I don't think. I mean, there's still some companies that use it now, but it's not exactly as what's the word? It's not exactly as used as now. There was a time that everybody, the only iteration to everybody was using was Power BI. But guess what now? People have there are a lot of competition. There's Luca now. There's Luca. There's Tableau. There are a lot now. So point is always be updated because what was obtainable 2-3 years ago might not be obtainable now. The next one. Now, this is very important. And I'll explain this. This I'm going to spend some time here. What are the key skills for success in data science? And I'm not saying data science as data science now. I'm saying the data field. Maybe I should have put data field there. Now, soft skill. Let me even start from the right hand side, right? Which is the technical skills. Obviously, you must understand the technical bit of it now, because if not, what are you doing here? So I've touched on that. So we want to know your visualization. Look at again. I put here Microsoft Excel is a standalone. Because guess what? You might think you know Excel, but bro. So let me give you a true life story. When I was in Nigeria, before I moved out of Nigeria, I used to think I was a god in Excel. Right. Well, and I trust me, among my peers, I was ridiculously good. So I moved to the UK. The first job I applied for, right? I actually even got it on referral, obviously. I was speaking to the CFO. The CFO said, this is a finance, this is someone that has only done investment banking all his life. He said, how good is your Excel? I said, nah. I said, no. I said, no. He said over 10. I said, so I will not sound too cocky. So I will not sound too proud. I think a 9.5. And the man laughed. I felt very, okay, no problem. I will test you. I promise you, and I promise you, I'm not talking about the likes of the XLOOKUP. I'm not talking about the formulas. And I promise when I say I am good, I have built Excel dictionaries. I have several Excel dictionaries. I have I've written courses on Excel. So I know I am good. But the man laughed. And the man told me that. And the man gave me Excel to solve. And I kid you not. As Yoruba would say, Obami. I don't know how to say that in English, but I had to drink water. It was a lot. So my point is that you can never finish, no matter how you think. So learn Excel, learn the visualization, the Power BI, your Matplotlib. I will tell you the truth. I lost a role, and I'm talking about a ridiculous almost six figures, ridiculously high on the IM figure, because guess what? I did not practice enough for my visualization. Like I said, I've been a data scientist for the longest of period. So we like to say that oh, we do not need so much visualization. But guess what? I was testing on visualization and I lost zero because of that. So please and please do not be like me. Machine learning, data manipulation. Now, like I said, all of this is important. Now, what differentiates a data analyst from a data scientist is what skill is most important. data analysts, SQL, data visualization, Excel, three of them. Data scientists, SQL, programming, machine learning, data manipulation, Excel. Data engineer, machine learning, SQL, Python. Bam. Machine learning engineer, machine learning, data manipulation, SQL, programming. Like I said, that everything is important, but then the priority is just changing. So please, if you can, take your time to learn as much as you can. Now, soft skills. Guess what? A lot of times, right? A lot of times, nobody cares about all of the jargons you've done. In fact, when you start to work for people, you start to get frustrated. They will just, you can prepare a slide, 90 pages, and you're just answering just one question. How do we proceed? So, what do I mean? These stakeholders, they do not have time for the technical jargons you're doing. They want you to be able to communicate effectively what the solution, how do we proceed. So you must, and also a lot of times, I think it was in 20, when I was a MasterCard. Was it MasterCard? Yeah. No. I think it was Kuda. It was Kuda, not MasterCard. It was Kuda. My boss then just asked me, "Oh, Daniel, I want to know how many staff members in the CX team we need to increase to drop our call, um, our call, basically it was a CX metrics, right? It was a CX metrics. The guy just asked me that, okay, you know what? He just asked me one single line. He didn't tell me what tool to use. He didn't tell me what to do. He just asked me one single line. Guess what? I needed to use or start do my problem solving. I needed to break down the complex problem, develop data. So yeah, the problem solving skills must be on top. You must be able to think critically. How to, because a lot of time nobody's going to tell you what to do. They'll not tell you use this. They'll not tell you do that. They'll just give you a problem. It's upon you to solve it. Now, after you've solved it, you must be able to communicate concisely and accurately. I don't want to see 15 pages of, I just want to see bullet points, brief, concise. Also, the collaboration skills, like I said, is very important. Critical thinking, I've touched that. Now, I'm going to spend a few minutes on this dominology bit. Guys, I beg you, I beg you, if you want to apply for any job in any industry, take your time to understand the business model of the industry. I can put it to you that you can what's the word? You can rugged technical skills, you can rugged soft skills, but you see that domain knowledge. If you do not know it, just don't waste your time. Domain knowledge is so key because guess what? You do not know why you are doing what you are doing without having enough domain knowledge in what you are doing. So, for instance, now, and let me use healthcare. If you know nothing about healthcare, you don't know what you're trying to analyze. You don't know what a good result is. You don't know what a bad result is. You don't know what you're trying to predict if you have nothing. Like now, let me even use. Okay, so I currently lead two teams, one in Unite and one in Cap Release, right? And I contract for the UK government. So one of the latest projects I'm working on at Cap Release, by the way, is I'm building an LDM model. What we do basically there is to loan out companies. So I'm just trying to explain to you why the importance of domain knowledge. Yeah. Now, guess what? I specialized in that built a predictive model to know who to borrow loans. Real life problem, no. Real life problem. Who to borrow money, who not to borrow money. And guess what? The one thing that helped me to solve that problem or to finish that project was my finance skills. So I'm also a chartered accountant, by the way, and I'm writing my CFA and CA. So these are financial exams that actually help me, or that have helped me understand core finance. So I know what I'm doing, right? The last role that I got, my CEO, and they said, "Oh, 5 people got to the final stage, but the only reason why we picked you was because of your understanding of finance." I put it to you, if you understand the industry you're going into, you will do better than anybody else don't understand. So please and please and please take your time to understand what you are trying to do. Understand the business model. How do they make money? Why do they make money? How does my decision or how does data affect all of these different questions? What is a good date for them? What is a bad day? What is an okay day? All of these questions are things that you have to understand. Understand the industry, ability to link data analysis to real world problem. So how does data analysis actually solve their problem? How does data analysis help them make money? These are the questions you need to understand before applying for that role. Because guess what? The ability to link data science to domain knowledge is one thing that stands out and will remain in your recruiter's head. Oh, this boy not only knows data science, but he also understands the industry. He also understands how to apply it. So we're not going to be telling him what to do. He already knows what to do. He already knows how it can come and affect the business. So please and please, that is very important. Now, I will skip through this exactly because certifications you can get, this, like learning platforms, the books, different things. You can, like I said, you can always go through this, and you can always use Amdari for all of this. Amdari is the one solution that solves all of these problems. So please and please, take advantage of it right now. So I think these two. Now, effective strategies for applying for internships. The truth about it is that everybody wants to be a data professional, both the good ones, the bad ones, everything. Everybody wants to be a data professional. So you need your competitive advantage. Now, first things first, network. Know as many people as possible. It doesn't take anything from you. They call it simping. They call it ass licking. Network. Guess what? The network you know, or the amount of people that you have around you rather, would determine the amount of information you come across. Right? So, for instance, FMNA might have 15 internship opportunities sitting on his lap. But guess what? I might not, if I don't know him, I cannot know there's 15 internships anywhere. So somebody here, this company might be recruiting for data professionals. But if you don't know the person, it's not how you want to know. Even if the person posts it on LinkedIn, if you don't know the person, you will not come across such posts. So the larger network you have, right, the bigger access you have to information. That is one. Now, also, there are job fairs, hackathons. We have things like this. It will always help you meet more people. It will always help you. And also, a lot of times, we recruited for my team. I recruited my team members from. I usually recruit them from hackathons, and that's because I know hackathons exposes the best of the best. So always go for hackathons and job fairs. A lot of companies, you'll be surprised. A lot of companies send a representative there to actually help. Let's even see what they are doing there, because obviously they're competing with the best. Now, there's also the regular jobs checks and everything. Like I said, for this one, it's a numbers game. All right. It's important that you know what you're doing right, or what you're doing wrong, so you can get what you can get what to do right. Now, if you apply for 10 roles and you get 0 interviews, there just might be something wrong somewhere. Is it that it's your CV? Is it that it's the role you're applying for? Is it that it's your skill set? Is it you're not applying for the right role? It's not a tailor fits to you. So yeah, very important. The next now is leverage referrals. It's very, very important for you to leverage referrals. There are people, like I said, and it's based on the network you have. Oh, guess what? For every role that big companies recruit for, they will prioritize people that are referred by internal companies, by internal staff members. It's the truth. Guess what? Even everybody here, if your friend come and tell you that, oh, I know this guy, you prioritize that person. That's the way life is. Now, there are also internship platforms. So you can also go the Internshala, Way Up, and Shake. There are a lot of internship platforms you can also go through as well. Now, how to stand out to recruiters. I'll tell people, I don't like ChatGPT CVs, and that's because I come across a lot of CVs. I promise you, my LinkedIn messages are always so full. So I don't like ChatGPT CVs. I want something personal. I want something tailored. I want something specific to you. So tell me what is relevant to you. Tell me what skills you have relevant. Don't tell me I have 15 million skills, which is not. You don't have 15 million skills. Tell them what you do, tailor it to the particular role you're applying for. Because guess what? It is important that it's rather, I'd rather, if this role needs 10 skills, I'd rather you have 9 or 8 of those skills than have 15 irrelevant skills. Also, write a strong cover letter. Your cover letter is a cover letter is the one way to connect with the recruiter before he sees your CV. So please use your cover letter to demonstrate your passion for data science and mention how your skills align with the role. So you're trying to you're basically telling your cover letter that okay, not only am I a data scientist, but this is how I am best suited for this particular role. And also demonstrate your impact. Tell them what you've done in the past, how you impacted the business, how you made money for the business, how you improved the business. So let them know that you're not just an extra employee, you are an impactful employee. Now, this is also very important. Build a personal brand. As you start to build, announce it. Oh, I've done this project. What are your contribute to open sources? Write blog posts, like speak about everything. I'm going to data. Oh, this is what I've done. This is what I've not done so far. Let them when they see that this person data. Guess what? Because whenever it is like that, whenever they see opportunities, whenever a recruiter notices you, you know, like this person has been known. So now, for instance, now you can apply for it, and the recruiter will just decide to look you up. The recruiter can see all the things you've been talking about data science. Yeah, can see your personal brand. That gives you a competitive advantage. Also, prepare intentionally for interviews. Brush up the technical parts, then practice concepts. Now, a lot of times don't give them generic answers. Tell them, go through the JD. A lot of them, this is what I'll tell you. I'm giving you this expo. Go through the JD, check or try to think about experiences that you have or might not or might have with that specific thing that they're asking you to do with the JD. So, for instance, they say we want you to be able to build dashboards in the JD, right? When you're preparing for interviews, you're speaking to the recruiter, tell them how you build this dashboard, the problems you solved, how you tackle the problems, how many dashboards you've built, how the dashboard you have built contributed to this, like that, like that. It's very important that you prepare intentionally because no two interviews require the same preparation. No two interviews because it's not the same person. It's not the same person interviewing you. It's not. So no two interviews require the same person. Let me give you an expo. Whenever I have an interview, and I still apply for jobs, guys, I still apply for jobs. I will check the company, read everything about the company, understand your business model. How do you make money? Every single thing. How much did you make last year? How much are you looking to make this year? What is your CEO like? What is your board of directors like? Now, the hiring manager, check everything about the person. I will do proper stalking so that by the time you come to me, if you like football, I speak about if I see you're a Man U fan, I go and learn everything about Man U. If I see that you're an Arsenal fan, I will not go and talk about Champions League beside you. So you have to be very, very, very intentional. If you say, oh, this person likes this, I mean, you have to be very, very intentional. So no two interviews. No two interviews. Oh, sorry to the Arsenal fans, by the way. No two interviews require the same preparation. Be specific. Oh, this guy likes. So let me explain to you. I got a role for UFC. All right. UFC. By the way, this was the role I did not get because of my visualization, by the way. I wanted this role so bad. I was going to be traveling the whole world. I was going to be leading a data science unit, a sub unit in the entire team. Right. I wanted this role so bad. It was wicked money. It was like blood money. I studied every single thing about this company. In fact, if you ask me how much they made in 1987, I knew it at the time. Right. So it's very important that you know all of these things. Then to end it up, continuous learning. Always look for the next thing to learn, the next thing to learn, the next thing to learn. The final thought on this, I have a strong foundation in mathematics and statistics. Develop your portfolio with different projects. You can use Ambari for that, and that is why we're here. Continuously improve your skills with certifications, courses, hands-on experience, network, 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 simp, Kiss bomb bomb, do every single thing you want to do, whatever it's called these days. Network can apply for internship strategically while standing out to recruiters on a personal brand. And that'll be the all I'll be all for today. Any questions? Probably just take what, five, maximum five questions. Anything that you I want to just do. I mean, so thank you very much for listening to me, guys. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I work for Unite. It's a startup, it's an insurtech startup that myself and my partners are working on. I also contract with the UK. I mean, you can just check my LinkedIn profile to see all of this. You can send me. My name is Daniel Oyediton, by the way, Daniel Oyediton. So you can just check me out on LinkedIn and everything. But anyways, just so before we don't, I mean, this time, because I actually have another meeting in what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like 6:30. So please and please, any questions, guys?
All right, fantastic. I think that was absolutely brilliant. I can see quite a number of people are raising up their hands. So we'll just take a few questions and then I think we can call it a day from there. Okay. So just give me a second. I'm going to allow you to unmute yourself. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to start first with just the way you guys arranged your hands or the hands are arranged. I will take with Kelvin Sodiki. So Kelvin, do you want to go ahead to ask a question? Kelvin, do you want to go ahead to unmute yourself and speak, please? Okay, Kelvin, you can't seem to unmute yourself, so I'll call someone else. Samsidin Inawali. Do you want to go ahead to unmute yourself, please? You can unmute yourself. Can you guys unmute yourself, please? Happiness.
Hello.
Yes, Samsidin, yes,
Hello.
go ahead. Yes, unmute yourself. Yes, Samsidin, yes, go ahead. Okay, I'll probably just call
Okay,
Brian.
okay, while we wait for okay, you called my name
Yes,
already.
Happiness, yes, go
Happiness.
ahead, please.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Please, I joined quite late and I don't know if we could get the slides maybe through the WhatsApp platform because I joined
Uh,
quite late.
Yeah, so if you fill the attendance form, we'll be sending out an email. The attendance, you see
Mm,
the
mm,
employability training attendance form. So we'll send out an
okay,
email with the links to the class and the session
okay,
for today. All right.
okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Daniel.
Daniel, there's somebody here in the chat saying that would you say studying computer science is an advantage? One really doesn't have any domain knowledge. Okay, so she's asking, or he or she's asking if studying computer science is of importance in transitioning or starting a career in data.
Is it important? No. Is it an advantage? Yes. So there's a difference. The English is very different. Is it important? No. Is it an advantage? Yes. Um, Obviously, with the skills you're going to pick up at studying computer science, you're going to learn a lot of things about programming, the mathematics bits will be there, the statistics bits will be there. So it'll give you that advantage in the it'll give you that advantage really. But then is it absolutely necessary for you to study computer science? No. I have friends that study zoology, I have friends that study geography that are senior data scientists today at top companies, Google, Apple. So yeah, but will it give you competitive advantage? Yes, obviously, because when you're starting to learn the entire concepts or the basic concepts, because you already know this based on your study or based on what you studied as an undergrad, you probably don't have to start. You might probably have more exposure and more knowledge on that subject. So yes, it definitely gives you a competitive advantage, but it's not absolutely necessary.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
So I
I
have a
think that's
question.
absolutely
I have a
cool.
question.
Up. Yes, Ajay. Yes, go
Hello.
ahead, please.
Yeah. So my question is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
So my question is that you spoke about how when we work on projects, we can reach out to you for maybe reviews. So you in particular, Daniel, and then you too, FMK, how do we contact you guys to come and see the things we've done and give us feedback on our respective works?
I think I would let Efemina answer the question actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Martins, yeah. So we have built a platform on Dari that infuses all these things all together. So when you be working with experts to build your projects and all that, also would have also internal within the people that are registered that get onboarded on the platform. Would also have like constant review of individual if you have questions and all that. So you get that one-on-one support and so on and so forth. So yes, once you've created your profile, you get started, you register, you create your account, and you get started, you get access to all these things by default, 100%. Okay.
So if I did a project on GitHub and I posted it on GitHub, and maybe I want my portfolio to be on your website.
Okay, sorry, just give me a
How
second.
do I?
Daniel, just if you can stop sharing so I can share my screen and just walk them through what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I think questions that are directed to Daniel. Martins, I'm going to answer your question. But I want Daniel, so I don't keep Daniel on the call for too long. Do you get me? So I would like questions. I'll probably take five more questions, related to the session today. Any other thing around project, you need to work on project. I need guardians and need support. That's exactly what we're looking for. Ajayi Oluwaseyi, let me hear from you.
Good evening. Well, thanks for the session. But my question is, you laid emphasis on learning more of Excel, like paying more attention to Excel. So, in the aspect of data manipulation, that's data cleaning. I want to ask: is there a particular formula or a particular function we should actually base our focus on? Because, to be honest, Excel is very wild in terms of formulas and functions. So, I want to know the specific syntax or formula to pay more attention on in the aspect of performing data manipulations.
Okay. So I'm going to answer the question and in two bits. The first bit is the statement I said pay more attention to Excel. No, I did not say pay more attention to Excel. I said pay attention to Excel. So I'm not saying Excel is better than Python, Excel is more better than BI. No, I'm saying in my experience, people ignore Excel and go for the top guns. So I'm saying that as you are learning the top guns, I'm talking about the Python of this world, the Tableau, the Power BI. So I'm saying that as you are learning that one, do not forget your Excel. I'm not saying learn only Excel and leave those ones.
I understand.
I'm not saying Excel is the most important. No. Now, to answer your question, what syntax would you use? To be honest, that question does not have an answer. And I'll explain to you why. What type of manipulation are you trying to do? The problem is what dictates the solution. The solution does not dictate the problem, right? So, for instance, I want to assume most of us here are in most of us are in Lagos rather, or stay in Nigeria. I cannot say I want to go to Ibadan. Do you get? Or I cannot say I don't know where I'm going to, and I want to announce which road am I going to pass. It doesn't work that way. So what am I trying to achieve? That would determine what tools or what syntax or what tools in the first place, whether or not it's Python, whether or not it's Excel. Now it's even Excel, what functions I want to use. Do you get? So the most important is to have a foundational and strong knowledge of what every syntax or what major syntax do in Excel. So when you already know that, you now know, okay, guy, I want to do what I want to do. I want to truncate outliers. That's what I want to do. Or I want to remove duplicates. I want to remove duplicates. I want to do this. Now you already know what function does all of these separate things already in Excel. Like I said, the problem is going to be what's going to determine what syntax, or even first of all, what tool. Sometimes, if you have a data that is like what 1 million rows, why would you want to use Excel? Your system, except you're using, I don't know, except you're using the very big system, your system is going to crash. So advice, just move it to pandas to do your manipulation there. So like I said, the problem really determines what's exactly the solution you're trying to use. Next question. I hope I answered your question. So please, next question, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I answered that good questions. And just to chip into what Daniel said, so in Excel, there's not just one formula that you need to go and learn data cleaning. Majority of the time, you'll be combining these functions together. If it's to use substitute with clean, with train, you have to combine all these things together to solve the problem. Exactly what he said. There is no one-stop shop to say that go and learn this particular function for data cleaning. So it's you learning data cleaning collectively, leveraging all these functions, clean, trim, substitute, right, left functions in Excel for you to use for your data cleaning. Does that make sense? So I think Daniel has done justice to that question, to be honest. Just wanted to chip it on that. So I think I'll just take some questions in the chat, and I think that's where I'm going to call it a day. Daniel, please can a finance analyst learn data analyst and combine the two together, or do you need to focus on just one?
So, I get this question a lot, and I can relate because I have worked. I work in finance, so what is data analysis? I think that's the first question we should ask yourself. What is data analysis? Data analysis is what? Using data to solve a problem. Well, that is entirely what data science is. Now, if you use that same process in finance, I will call you a financial analyst. I mean, it might not be as technical, it might not be as this, as that, but guess what? It's all still data analysis. So there are different levels to those things. Now, should the question you ask is, should a financial analyst study data analysis? Yes, if you have the time. It is always a good skill to have. I promise you, if you know data analysis well, your life will be a lot easier as a financial analyst. So if you have the time, and if you, you know what your schedule is like. So if you have the time, please, I will tell everybody, if you are doing software engineering, if you are doing front end, back end, understand data analysis, understand the basic concept of data science. If you're any tech in finance, if you are doing strategy, if you are doing business analysis, understand data analysis. Yeah, if you have the time. I'm not saying leave your core function and pivot into data science or anything. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot for that, Daniel. I mean, financial analyst is you're still analyzing data. So, I mean, if you say you're a financial analyst, that means you know how to analyze financial data. So you're using Excel, you're using Power BI. It's still the same analysis, to be honest with you. So if you want to go further, 100%. So I think, Daniel, thank you very much. I think the session was absolutely impactful. If you enjoyed yourself today, guys, give Daniel a round of applause, please. A round of applause. Use the round of applause icon. Okay, you'll see there at the bottom. Fantastic. It keeps coming in. All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. So to wrap it up, guys, I just want to walk you through the platform again. Okay, for people that are looking to starting their projects, getting started on projects and all that, I'll just go again, just the next 5-10 minutes to walk you through the platform, and you can get started working on different projects across data analytics, data science, and data engineering. And if you want to try all three of them, I mean, the best platform to go to is Amdari. Okay, so all you need to do now is go to www.amdari.io. That's exactly what I said at the start, www.amdari.io. You literally can go on Google and type in Amdari, okay, and search. You'll see there, Amdari is a word, okay? Go there, search for Amdari. Now, this is where you get to work on real-world projects. Now, like I mentioned earlier, like David also reiterated, it's not working on generic case studies like Titanic or going on cargo to just go and download some data sets for you to analyze and visualize. Usually there is no business case. Usually there is no solution. There's no problem you're trying to solve. It's just generic data that you just have. So what we are doing currently is we have gotten, really experienced professionals that have experience, they have the skills, they have all the things needed, okay, and we brought them in to convert their experience into projects, okay, and that's exactly what you have. So if you're currently looking to get a job, okay? You don't want to limit yourself to just one particular tool, one particular technology, one particular industry. Okay, so if you're applying for a job, okay, you want to be able to, you need to have worked in supply chain data, you need to have analyzed, medical data, that's healthcare, you need to have worked, across different fields in order for you to have like a domain experience across different aspects. And that's exactly what we have done here for you, literally. So if you go to www.andari.io, okay, you would say you can work on different career paths, okay, data science, data analytics, and data engineering, okay. If it's tools, technologies, we have different tools and technologies for you to work on. So go there, okay, just go there, create a profile, create an account. So once you create an account, you would have a dedicated dashboard, okay, that will be tracking your learning and all the things that you have. I mean, anything that you do, everything will be tracked on this platform, okay, at this point in time. So if you go to the platform, all you need to do is go to projects, and you would see tons of projects that you have access to. Currently, we have well over 200 projects on the platform. Like I reiterate, these are not projects that you get from any other platform. These are not projects. Just give me a second. I think I have something wrong with my internet at the moment. Okay. Just in a second. Okay, yes, it's back up. Sorry. I'll just probably use this. So currently we have over 200 projects cutting across data analytics, data science, and data engineering. Now, this is not the only thing that you get. It's not just working on projects. Now, this project comes with well-guided solutions, okay? So you see, majority of the time you start a new project and you really don't know what to do. Okay, so if you've never done data engineering before and you want to work on a project in data engineering, okay, there are beginner level projects in data engineering that you can start to work on. So if you come to data, click on data engineering, click on level, you'll see beginner, click on beginner level. So these are just very beginner level data engineering projects that you can start to work on. So rather than jumping straight into advanced data engineering, start from beginner, move to intermediate, and then you can go to advanced. And you literally see the levels there: beginner, intermediate, advanced. So if it's data engineering project, if it is data analytics project, and you're looking for beginner projects, you have beginner projects, we have intermediate, and we also have advanced projects. So let's say data analytics, for example, let's say you're looking at a project in Microsoft Excel. Okay, you can search for the tool, and you have Microsoft Excel. Click on Excel, and you see quite a number of projects that you have here in Excel. So let me just take the first one, which is drug abuse. Okay, there is a business case, there's a business problem that you're trying to solve. So it's not random, it's not just a data set that you just got online. Okay, so you see there's a business overview, there's the rationale of the project, there's the aim of the project, there's the data that you're going to work with, there's a stack you're going to work with, and there is a project scope. So now, and there's also a solution. There is a guided solution that will guide you to the solution. So if I click on start project, it takes you to the solution, and you see the videos there. You see the first thing you'll be able to download is the data sets that you're going to be working with. And bear in mind that these are not, these are real life data sets that you're going to be working with, actual real life data sets. So some of these data sets has been manipulated, okay, so that you don't know the businesses that they're coming from, but they are real life data sets. So you have the introduction to the project. You have the project solution. So I'm just going to scroll down so you can see, building your dashboard. Let me just go down to the bottom, which is building your dashboard. Okay, so if I click on that, you would see everything is guided. Okay, all the projects are guided, and you see how you're building your dashboard in Microsoft Excel. So at the end of the session, you would have been able to build your own dashboard, solving a critical problem. And at the end, you usually have insights and recommendation. So you see, all this time that you never know how to generate your own insights, how to come up with recommendation, all this is handled on the platform. So you see, you have access to a lot of projects. First off, you have access to guided projects. So somebody is guiding you on how to solve the problem. Okay, so rather than you going on YouTube and looking for and hoping to see a project, you actually have everything curated in one place. Now, working on projects is one thing. The other thing is showcasing the skills that you've worked on. And that's exactly where your portfolio comes in play. So as you're working on projects, all right, rather than you going on GitHub to create your portfolio, rather than you going on another platform to create your portfolio, you can actually create your portfolio on the website, on the same platform. So you're working on projects, you're also building your portfolio on in one place. Okay. So you see, this is my current portfolio. Currently, if I click on portfolio, you see all the projects I've worked on, okay? And you'll be able to see the profile, myself, you see the what do you call it, about section, you see the project I've worked on. So you see, these are all the projects I've worked on. Now, the good thing here is you can copy this link, all right? And you can also share it with anybody. You can put it on your CV, you can put it on your LinkedIn, you can put it on any of your profile. So if you click on share now, you can share on your X, that's your Twitter, your Facebook, LinkedIn, and also your WhatsApp. So if I copy the link at the moment and I open another browser, like I shared with you guys earlier, I open a new browser, all right, and I paste it in there and I press enter. All right, you see you have access to this particular portfolio, and there you can see any recruiter that clicks on your link would see the project that you worked on. Now, this is generated as you have worked on the project. So you don't need to waste time, typing out there about the project, what you did, and so on and so forth. So you don't need to waste so much time. So if I click on view this project, for example, you'll see it gives you automatically overview, rationale, aim of the project, data description, tech stack, and project overview. So you don't need to create these things yourself. It's auto generated. Once you finish the project, you submit the project, everything is generated. And you see that the tools that you worked with are also auto generated. The only thing that you need to add is the file that you worked on. So as you're watching the videos, you're also replicating the same thing. And at the end, you would be able to you'll be able to upload your files that you worked on. And obviously, it's better for you to work, take snips, snip pictures, snips or screenshots of some of your solution. So you see, this is a snip of the project that I worked on, okay? And you see that, okay, that this is exactly what I've worked on. So it's easy for the person that's going to be interviewing you to see the project portfolio that you've worked on. So rather than just having, very dummy data, very unstructured approach to your portfolio, we have designed a platform that will help you learn, work on projects, gain experience, and also automatically build your portfolio of projects. So I think that's amazing. Don't you guys think that's amazing? It just a thumbs up if you think that's awesome. And I showed this earlier, okay, but just wanted to showcase this. So now the key thing is I can see a lot of people, asking questions: is it free? Is it this? Is it that? Yes, it's not free. You have free projects anyway. So if you register for the account for the first time, you would have access to 6 free projects in data analytics, across data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So you have 2 free projects in data analytics, another 2 free projects in data science, another 2 free projects in data engineering. And that's exactly what you see. It's free of charge. It's just free. But to access everything together, okay, we have, a specific discount going on at the moment on the website. It's only going to last for the next 3 days, only 3 days, and it's going to be off. Okay, so it's a 50% discount to get access to everything. So with the free platform, you won't be able to you won't have access to some things like, for example, the job board. So we have a job board, which is a remote site. It's a remote site that is getting remote jobs for data professionals, literally from across the world. So we're extracting data from LinkedIn, from Glassdoor, from Azuna, from different platforms. We're extracting remote job from all the sites from across the world. And we created like a one-stop shop platform also. So as you're working on projects, as you're building your portfolio, you can also apply for remote jobs. So everything is here. So you see here, you have remote Python data engineer jobs, you have remote data analyst job, you have a remote big data engineer job, you have total data entry positions, you have virtual data specialist. So we have remote jobs also. So if you're on the free platform, you don't get access to the remote job. You don't get access to some things, okay? So, but if you're interested and you're looking to get started, you want to have access to everything together, okay? For 6 months, we have a pricing plan at the moment. I'll just show you that. It's like I said, it's good. The discount's only for the next 3 days. So if you want to get started on it, you want to jump on it, I would say you should start as soon as possible. So if you go to the website, okay, you see pricing, okay, go to pricing. The starter plan is what I just showed you. You have access to 6 projects, and that's all. You don't have access to the remote job board. We won't have access to creating your own portfolio. You can watch the videos, but you won't be able to do so many other things. That's the starter plan. Now, for the professional plan, you see we are running a 50% discount, and it's for 6 months. You have access for it for 6 months. So you don't need to be here for a year, creating profiles. Within 6 months, we sort of know that if you do the things that you need to do, you will be able to get a role within 6 months. So you see what you're going to be getting. So for that $250, in Naira, I'm going to show you what it is in Naira, because the price in Naira is slightly difficult because we understand what's happening in Nigeria at the moment. So we know the price in Naira is slightly going to be different. So if you're in Nigeria, I'll show you the price in Naira. I'm in Canada, so I'm saying it in dollars, okay? So for you guys in Naira, in Nigeria, I would also show you that in a few seconds. But let me tell you what you get from the professional plan. So the professional plan is for 6 months. It's for 6 months. Ghana folks also, it's the same thing. Don't worry, it's fine. You guys in Africa, you guys are fine. Okay. So professional plan, we have the virtual internship experience. Okay. So you can claim work experience from Amdari. You can tell people that you're currently working as a data analyst with Amdari. You can say that you're currently working as a data scientist or data engineer with Amdari. Now, one of the major reasons why we're doing this is for a lot of people are currently working in roles that don't do anything data related. So you're currently working in customer service. How do you tell people that you work as a data analyst? How do you compete? How do you get a work reference if people ask you for a work reference? So that's exactly what you're getting from this. So you can claim that you work with Amdari, okay? And then we can provide you with what we call a job reference. So you see it here, you could also get a work reference from us. So if you pay for the 6 months program, you can claim work experience from us, and then you can use that and apply for other positions, either the remote roles or the roles in your current location. All right. So you have a personal learning plan, in which I will talk about in a few minutes. You also have online portfolio builder. Like I said, you'll be able to build your own portfolio automatically as you're working on this project. You would have over 1,000 minutes of guided projects for you to work on, real-time progress tracking, access to over 200 projects on the platform, career coaching and mentorship session. This is the employability sessions. We also have career coaching sessions for people within the Amdari network. Okay, so that's specialized to you. Okay, getting you started, getting you all the things, the skills that you need. On the job support, you get a job and you need help on the job, we will provide you with on the job support. So the key thing for us is for you to learn, work on projects, and get a job. Now, if you get a job and you don't know something, you don't know how to do, or you don't know how to perform a particular task, we will provide you with on the job support. Access to remote job board. I showed you that the remote job board is where you can apply for remote jobs. I showed you this earlier. Okay. So access to new and upcoming projects. So we update the platform with new projects every month. Okay, at least 10 to 20 projects in a month is uploaded on the platform. So you won't get access to new projects that have been uploaded. Work reference letter, I explained that. Go from zero to job ready. Access to all employability sections that we have like today would also help you review your CV and would also help you optimize your LinkedIn profile. So these are all part of the package. You're not paying extra for this. So like I said, this is the total package for it. Okay. Like I said, we're doing a 50% discount, okay, for in the next 3 days for people to register. So if this is something you want to do for the next 6 months, work on project, build yourself, gain experience, claim experience, and go out there to get a job, remote or physical, whatever you want, this is the platform for you. So what I would say is click on the professional plan. All right, I'm going to copy this. This is the discount code. I'm AMDR08. Okay, AMDR08. Okay, AMDR. So I'll just right click this and copy, and I'm going to click on choose plan. I'm going to choose the plan. Okay, once you click on that, it's going to give it to you in your local currency. Okay, it's going to give it to you in your local currency. So if you're in Nigeria, you would see it in Naira. Okay, you would see it in Naira. So once you see it in Naira, then you'll see. So currently mine is £420. I could also change it here. I could also change it here and change it to Nigeria. Okay, or Ghana or whatever, wherever you are. Okay, just click on the top right and change the country to Naira. So you see it's 500,000 Naira, but it's a 50% discount. So apply the 50% discount, which is Dari 08. Okay, and I'm going to click on apply. So you see £250 Naira is taken out, and now you are left with 250,000 Naira. So with 250,000 Naira, you have access to all this virtual internship experience, real-time project tracking, access to all new and all existing projects, work reference, CV review, LinkedIn optimization, and so on and so forth. So we'll provide you with all the help, all the support that you need to get it started. So it's only available for the next 3 days. That's the only thing. The platform, the discount, the 50% discounts are only available for the next 3 days. So you want to take access, you want to take up this opportunity as quick as possible. So once you click on that, click on pay for product, put in your information and go ahead to make payments. So once you make payments, you get access to the platform immediately. And then you can start working on projects, building your portfolio, and so on and so forth. So you see that's exactly what you get here. So it's only valid for the next 3 days, guys. Only 3 days that you have access to their discounts. So if you're looking to get it started, working on projects, and like I said, these are no data set, these are not projects that you get anywhere. These are uniquely designed projects for us, okay, for you to learn and also for you to use as your own personal experience. Okay, so that's basically what it is. So we have the professional plan, which is $250 for the guys outside the country, but it's also 250,000 naira if you are in Nigeria, and that offer is only available for the next 3 days. All right, so it's a one-stop shop platform for you to gain experience, work on projects, build your portfolio, apply for remote jobs, everything in one place. Okay, and you see, we also have the unlimited plan, which is if you pay this, you gain access to it for life. So all the additional packages, all the new things that we're going to be adding in the future, all the new projects, all the new things, everything is going to be on the platform for life. You're going to have access to it for life. You gain access to everything for life. Do you understand? That's $1,800 if you're going for the unlimited plan. So the new features and the old features and every feature that you have there, unlimited plan will give you access to everything. Okay, for the personal plan, which is what is recommended for you for the next 6 months, you could also just bury your head, work on as many projects as you can, build your portfolio, apply to remote jobs, and then you're free, you're good to go. So anybody that's looking to get this started, I would say this is the right place for you to be. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I had a wonderful time. I'm pretty sure you had a wonderful time. Okay, does anybody have any question on the platform? Let me see. The WhatsApp group is full. Is there any other group chat to join? There is no other group chat. That's the only group chat that we have. Can you extend the discount promo? You can send us an email, but yeah, it's only going to be for 3 days. Likely, that's what we're doing at the moment. And if you don't do it within 3 days, it's going to be 500,000 naira for you in Nigeria. And if you're outside the country, it's going to be $500, and so on and so forth. Okay. So, okay, thanks for the feedback. Can you share the link to the portfolio? Yeah, to my own portfolio. Yeah, sure, 100%. I can share my portfolio. Please, if you have a job for me, send it to me. If you have a job for me, you can send it my way. I'll be happy to take it on. Okay, so I'm gonna click on dashboard. Okay, on portfolio rather, and I'll just copy my link and I will share it here. Okay, and bear in mind that if you go on LinkedIn, if you go on what do you call it, on LinkedIn now, we have quite a number of testimonials in there. Okay, quite a number of testimonials. Go on LinkedIn, just search for Amdari. Okay, and you'd see, let me just quickly show you on post. Okay, so you see quite a number of people. You see this is somebody's project, somebody wrote this while working on project title and analyzing and visualizing data in real time for operational efficiency at line manufacturing. I had the opportunity to explore drill through feature in Power BI. So that's a new thing that she learned on that particular project using Power BI. Okay, you see there's quite a number of people coming up with different projects. So you can see another person. This is another person. I'm just going to zoom in so we can see the person's comment. I was privileged to partake in a very data challenge, allowing me to try my hands on numerous projects across various industries. So it's not just you analyzing just Titanic data set or some very, very very generic data set. This is well-tailored project for you to gain experience, not just you. You can see all the things that you worked on. Aim of the project was to data integration, descriptive analytics, frequency, and all that, project scope, and all that. So you see quite a number of other, this customer, new demo alert, integrated SQL Server with Power BI. So these are projects that would give you the experience that you need to get started. So rather than you thinking of what to do or what project to do, say if you've learned Power BI, you don't need to go and buy another course. You don't need to go and buy another program. You just need to work on projects. If you have learned Power BI and you want to learn Tableau, you don't need to go and start learning how to use Tableau. just work on projects in Tableau. Do you understand? So it's for you to gain those experience to get started in the project itself. So you see, everybody, we have quite a number of people that have gone through the program, gone through it, and they are able to make sense out of it. So you see, this is one of our, spotlight for if you work on the project, you finish the project, we spotlight you on our platform to give you the recognition that you need, and so on. So you see, this is another person here. This is Raki here. As we near the end of the Android 21 data challenge, we're also going to be doing another data challenge in the next couple of weeks. I think in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be starting another data challenge for data professionals that want to be consistent, that want to learn, and also want to earn. You want to be consistent and earn something at the end. We're going to be doing another challenge. So I'm pretty sure that's something you need to take a look out for. Okay. So we have quite a number of people that have gone through the project, and you can see some of their wonderful works on LinkedIn. So I want you guys to check it out on LinkedIn, but bear in mind that the discount is only valid for the next 3 days. Okay, 50% discount. That's not what you will get anywhere. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I had a wonderful time. And if you have any questions, please just send us an email. Just go to the website. You'll get access, or even just send us a message on WhatsApp. We are 100% available to take your questions. Okay. Thank you very much again. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. So drop a 1 in the chat if you had a wonderful time today, guys. Drop a 1 in the chat if you had a wonderful time. Just a 1 in the chat. Let me see. All right, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, looking forward to having you on board. And if you're looking to grow yourself in the next 6 months, if you want to invest in yourself and you want to work on projects and build your skill, all right, in data analytics, data science, and data engineering, this is the best place to be. Okay, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you on board, and I'll be working with you personally alongside other professionals on board to work with you to get this started. All right, see you then, and bye for now. Bye for guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye everyone.